Have you ever felt a tremor of unease, a subtle shift in the ground beneath your feet? It's not an earthquake, not exactly. It's the quiet revolution of artificial intelligence, and it's reshaping the world of work faster than most of us realize. We're not talking about robots welding cars on an assembly line anymore. This is different. This is about intelligence, artificial intelligence, learning to do the jobs we thought only humans could do. Imagine a world where your skills, painstakingly honed over years, suddenly feel less essential. Where the tasks you perform daily, the ones that pay the bills, are being absorbed by algorithms and code. It's a disquieting thought, isn't it? And it's not a distant future scenario. It's happening now. Reports are emerging, from CNN Business to the New York Times, detailing the accelerating pace of AI adoption in companies across the United States. Over half of large firms are planning to integrate AI within the next year, not to enhance their workforce, but to replace tasks previously handled by employees. The stated goal: cost reduction, increased profits, and they say improved productivity. But at what cost? The numbers are staggering. The New York Times estimates that generative AI could automate activities equivalent to 300 million full-time jobs globally. 300 million lives potentially disrupted. Think about that scale. Think about the families, the communities, the dreams tied to those jobs. It's not just about numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about human potential, purpose, and dignity. Even Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, acknowledges the looming disruption. He's calling on governments to step in, to take responsibility for supporting workers displaced by this technological wave. But is that enough? Is it right to expect the taxpayer to foot the bill for progress that primarily benefits a select few? Consider the call center worker, once a stable, if often challenging, employment option. Now, AI-powered chatbots are rapidly taking over, handling customer inquiries with unnerving efficiency. Entire industries built on human interaction are facing an existential threat. It's not just about routine tasks anymore. AI is learning to empathize, to persuade, to connect, skills we once believed were uniquely human. This isn't just a shift in technology. It's a fundamental question about the value we place on human work, on human connection. We often talk about AI as a tool, a means to an end. But tools can be wielded in different ways. They can build or they can dismantle. They can empower or they can disempower. The question isn't simply whether AI can replace our jobs, but how we choose to deploy it. Do we prioritize short-term gains for shareholders or long-term well-being for society? Do we allow technology to widen the gap between the haves and have-nots, or do we harness it to create a more equitable future? What if, instead of fearing job displacement, we embrace the potential for liberation? What if AI could take over the mundane, repetitive tasks, freeing us to pursue more creative, fulfilling work? What if it could augment our abilities, enhance our skills, and unlock new levels of human potential? This isn't a utopian fantasy, it's a possibility. But it requires a conscious shift in mindset, a willingness to prioritize people over profits. This isn't merely about retraining programs, though those are essential. It's about reimagining the very purpose of work. What does it mean to contribute to society? What does it mean to find meaning and purpose in our lives? If AI can handle the tasks that once defined our jobs, What new roles will emerge? What new skills will be valued? These are not easy questions, but they are questions we must confront. The internet in its early days sparked similar anxieties. Many feared it would lead to mass unemployment, a digital dystopia. But the internet also created countless new opportunities, new industries, new ways of connecting and collaborating. The key difference: we were somewhat prepared for the internet. We invested in education, in infrastructure, in digital literacy. We adapted. Are we doing the same with AI? One of the most unsettling aspects of this shift is the idea that we might be training our own replacements. Workers being asked to feed data into AI systems, to teach algorithms how to perform their jobs, only to be rendered obsolete once the system is fully trained. It feels like a modern-day Icarus story, building the wings that will ultimately lead to our downfall. It's a betrayal of trust, a short-sighted strategy that prioritizes immediate cost savings over long-term human capital. But there's a growing resistance. Workers are beginning to demand a seat at the table, to have a voice in shaping the future of work. Unions, long seen as relics of the past, are experiencing a resurgence, recognizing the need to advocate for workers in this new era. The question isn't just about wages and benefits anymore. It's about control, about dignity, about ensuring that the benefits of AI are shared by all, not just a privileged few. Imagine a future where AI is not a threat to our livelihoods, but a partner in our progress. Where it empowers us to be more creative, more innovative, more human. Where it frees us from the shackles of repetitive tasks, allowing us to focus on what truly matters, building relationships, pursuing our passions, and contributing to a more just and sustainable world. This future is within our reach. But it requires courage, vision, and a commitment to putting people first. We need to rethink education, investing in skills that are uniquely human: critical thinking, problem-solving, creativity, emotional intelligence. We need to create a social safety net that provides support for workers displaced by AI, offering retraining opportunities, and ensuring a basic standard of living. And we need to foster a culture of collaboration, where employers, workers, and governments work together to navigate this complex transition. The responsibility doesn't fall solely on governments or corporations. Each of us has a role to play. We need to be lifelong learners, constantly adapting to the changing demands of the job market. We need to be advocates for policies that promote fairness and equity. And we need to be mindful consumers, supporting companies that prioritize ethical AI practices. Consider the power of collective action. If workers demand a voice in the implementation of AI, if consumers demand transparency and accountability, if governments prioritize human well-being over short-term profits, we can shape the future of work in a way that benefits everyone. We can ensure that AI is a force for good, a tool for empowerment, a catalyst for progress. Don't succumb to the narrative of inevitable job loss. Don't accept the idea that your skills are obsolete. Embrace the challenge, adapt to the change, and demand a future where technology serves humanity, not the other way around. The future of work is not predetermined. It's a story we are writing together. One line of code, one policy decision, one act of resistance at a time. Think about the call center worker, not as a statistic, but as a person with dreams, aspirations, and a family to support. Think about the millions of others whose livelihoods are potentially at risk. Their stories deserve to be heard. Their voices deserve to be amplified. Their future deserves to be protected. This isn't just about jobs, it's about our shared humanity. It's about the kind of world we want to create for ourselves and for future generations. A world where technology enhances our lives, empowers our communities, and unlocks our full potential. Or a world where technology exacerbates inequality, erodes our dignity, and leaves millions behind. The choice is ours. Let's not be passive observers in this revolution. Let's be active participants, shaping the future of work in a way that reflects our values, our aspirations, and our commitment to a more just and equitable world. The tremor we feel is not a sign of impending doom, but a call to action. A call to reimagine, to reinvent, to reclaim our future. It's time to answer that call. It's time to build a future where AI works for us, not against us. It's time to ensure that progress leaves no one behind. Don't just watch the future unfold, help create it.